So, you're looking forward to season 4?
Okay, I just started recording. I'm gonna explain what happens now. I'm gonna do a little Lei Talk with Seik from Norway. He's a Lei veteran from Norway. Very good
Yes,
Lei
hello.
player.
Thank you.
Participating in tournaments and traveling. I saw him in Germany once at Berlin Tech and Clash. And yeah, we will talk a little bit about Lei and what we expect for season 4.
Yeah.
So he asked me already if I'm looking forward to season 4, and I have mixed feelings. Because every Tekken player, I think, with Tekken 7 got disappointed in the past, and I have low expectations because of that. That's the problem.
Right.
Very low expectations. What about you, Seik?
I have quite well, I wouldn't say high expectations, but I hope for some decent stuff, because I really think that Namco knows that they've kind of done something stupid with the Leroy and Fakumram
Oh, you think so?
season.
You think
Yeah, season 3 it's entirely almost has been Leroy and Fakumram since December now, and now it's almost September, so that's almost a year. And since December we've been having broken characters. Since December, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. But
so
there's this theory that Namco doesn't really focus on single characters too much because they don't have the budget. They say there are too many characters in the game, and they don't have how do you say that? They don't have the time and the budget to look up every character and what's wrong with them. So people are hoping for less characters in the next Tekken game.
Alright. I guess they will start out with a few characters and then add several as the games go on, like they did with Tekken 7, because I think that's been a success. So maybe no Lei at the base game.
Don't say that! What the fuck? Don't say that! That's not allowed!
I think they will add him in the seasons.
Alright guys, the podcast is over.
No, but I was thinking about this yesterday, and Lei's been continuously represented in tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So people seem to be playing Lei.
Yeah, people seem to love Lei, especially lately. Somebody was asking me earlier in this stream, it really happened just today. He asked me, why is everyone playing Lei lately?
Yeah.
And I think that's... You saw Sukin playing Lei against Speed Kicks, man, that shit was awesome. Right?
Yeah, that was sick. It was sick.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah, really awesome.
Every time we see American Lei players in tournaments, it was at Combo Breaker the first time. And even Aris made a video about that America puts Lei on the map. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember it well. Pepper Beef beat Cherry Berry Mango, didn't he?
Yeah. Who else? Fab Will was there. Fab Will and
yeah,
Peeling.
and he didn't win over Rangchu, but he made him. I think he took one game of him, and Rangchu really had to think about it. So it was fun to watch that as well.
Wasn't it John Ding? I think it was Peeling versus John Ding, right? Or was it Fab Will against him?
Yeah, that maybe both. I don't remember who Peeling played, but I remember Fab Will played against Rangchu's Panda.
Yeah, against Rangchu's Panda. Oh man, awesome stuff. You guys need to see Tournament Lei. That is amazing. Tournament Lei is so entertaining to watch.
Yes.
If you guys think that seeing iMusician in tournaments is good, you should see. I think Lei players should be more representative in tournaments, and this is only possible if Lei gets buffed. So obviously he's too weak. So
talking about buffs, I was maybe thinking that we could start with a minimalist approach, like the very basic changes, one or two which are really needed, the most important ones. So do you have anything you think are really important?
Yeah, so...
just one or two changes?
Yeah, of course. A lot of people are complaining about Lei's punishment, so this is the first big thing. His punishment needs to be more consistent. I think sometimes it happens that when you do the 1-1 forward punisher, which is my go-to punisher for things that are -10 up to -13, I only use 1-1 forward. But sometimes the second hit just whiffs on hit.
Yeah.
So this is one issue. It doesn't happen so often. It's not that big of a deal. But I wish more consistency.
Yeah. I also think that would be a good change, but I don't have it at the top of my list.
It's not on the top of my list as well. I'm just mentioning that now we are talking about a minimalistic approach.
Yeah.
So another thing. So Lei,
Yes.
for his standing punishment, he got 1-1. He got that for 10 frames. Also for 10 frames, he has 2-1, which I think it has even less range, right?
2-1 is less range.
Yeah.
But he has forward 2-1 for 12 frames, which has even more range than 1-1.
Yeah, that has more range, but it is 12 frames fast. It is 12 frames.
Yes.
It's not 10 frames anymore.
Yes.
And then for 13 frames, he has down forward 1-1. And all these punishers have in common that they have shitty range. And I think at least one of his punishers, I'm not sure about the 10 frames, I think the 10 frames is okay, but for 12 or 13 frames, he needs something more reliable. So he even hits things with a little pushback.
You know what I think would be perfect for that?
Yeah, 1+2-1, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it has good range. I think if they were to make the 1+2-1 a 13 frame punisher, that would be great. But I think they would have to shave off a little bit of advantage on hit, because it's very, very, very strong at +8 on hit now. So maybe they make it like +4. Then you could frame trap with back turn 4 afterwards, and that would be enough in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, so you guys, this is +8 on hit, which is huge. +8 and a mix-up from back-turned. Back-turned arguably Lei's most useful stance. And that's huge. That's pretty huge for a 13 frames punish. And Lei, I mean, let's face the facts. Lei isn't a punishment god, and he shouldn't be. I think he shouldn't be a punishment god.
Yeah.
He's definitely more on the mix-up side, on the gimmicky side.
Yes, and I think even if they buff the 1+2-1 to be 13 frames, he still wouldn't be a punishment god.
Yeah,
because
obviously.
Most characters gets knocked down at 13 frames, you know.
So I kind of agree with this being 13 frames. I think this is a good idea. I think this move for punishment, it has no real purpose since 3-3 is here. It's also for 14 frames, just like 1+2, but it's way, way, way better. It's way better.
Yeah, and there is like the Brian, is it down forward 2 into 3 or something, or down forward 2 into 4?
Oh
which
man,
is, you know, that's -13, but Lei can barely punish it.
Yeah, sometimes you just get down 4.
This suggestion would help him out with stuff like that.
Yeah, Seik is talking about Brian's down forward 2-3. That is his elbow into his mid kick, which is a counter launcher. That's -13, it has some pushback, and Lei, it happens with a lot of moves. Just like...
Yeah, there are several like it. Like, I think Geese have a similar move.
Down forward 1-4 maybe.
Yes, exactly. It also -13.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty reliable. I think with Lei. I think I lapped that before I went to the online tournament.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but
and also another example is Safina's down forward 1-2-1, which is -13, and that's notoriously hard to punish for Lei.
Yeah, it's really hard. But guys, 1+2-1, right? It's +8 as you can see. And I was thinking about something about this situation. I'm thinking a lot about back turn 2. I think this move could need a buff as well. And I was thinking about making it a frame trap after hitting this. So if 1+2-1 isn't a 13 frames punish, I think this move should be faster, like 18 maybe, 18 frames. So this is a frame trap.
Right. I think like for countries, you already have the. Well, I think also it's a good idea, but I think he doesn't really need it because he has like a back turn down 1, which also is a strong counter tool.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, as long as he's able to frame trap with back turn 4, then I am content.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. I agree. I don't think this is a buff on back turn 2 is required, but I think it will be good because back turn 2 doesn't really have a lot of, a very meaningful purpose for Lei.
Yeah.
To me, back turn 2 is just for the wall.
Yeah, it's exactly. I was just about to say that. I agree. It's almost exclusively for the wall because it's kind of slow and it's very bad on range.
Yeah. So at the wall, your opponent can't backdash, so you can mix them up with a back turn down 4 and back turn 2. This is a really good thing at the wall because a back turn down 2, it wall splats on a normal hit. So you don't even need a counter launch to get things going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already something.
Yeah. So I think also giving him a good 13 frame Punisher is high on the list, and I know several other Lei players have said the same thing. I know Frog, he suggested down forward 1-1 to be better, so he could use it as a 13 frame. But and which is I think that's a good idea too. But in my opinion, the 1+2-1 is the better choice.
Yeah, I'm open for that. I hope they're gonna do that. I don't think so personally, but I hope so. It's a cool idea. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's be crazy. What about down forward 1-1 into stance? Let's be crazy.
I've never thought of it.
Never thought of it?
Because it's at the moment it's very it doesn't have much plus frames. It's only +2.
Yeah.
So the only thing I've been thinking about for that move is like maybe get like +3 or 4, so you could frame trap with another down forward 1.
What about
I
Dragon?
think it's so sad.
Dragon 4.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, a dragon transition would be cool. I think so. But I think doing stuff like that is. I don't think Namco will do that because it's a too big change.
Yeah.
And it needs a lot of animation work.
Yeah, definitely. It's also not high on the list. But hey, let's just keep talking about the fundamental things. So what else? That was standing punishment. What else? Like
you know what personally, like when we talk about punishers, we have this 10 frame punisher which goes into Snake, and it is good, but you know how Snake is a little lacking.
Yeah.
So you know what I want, don't you? Snake 4.
Yeah, you want
4 buff.
Yeah. So what kind of Snake 4 buff you want to see?
I want to see it to be +3.
+3. So you can frame trap afterwards with Snake 1.
The thing is that at the moment, Snake 4 is punishable on hit. And
the chat is already making jokes.
Yeah, and if the Snake 4 was +3, then you could stop down 4s with the Snake 2.
Yeah.
But the Snake 2 wouldn't be a frame trap. It would only stop the down 4s, so you couldn't punish it on hit anymore.
Yeah, you know what?
Down 4s are 12 frames.
So you suggest a change of the frame advantage for Snake 4?
Yeah, exactly.
What about being able, not being forced to stay in Snake?
Yeah, that's also a solution which deals with the problem. But there are two reasons why I don't like it that much. And the first one is that it requires a lot of work from Namco. And the second thing is that you need to do a harder read on lows. And it's less work to think when you have the plus 3. So even if you're able to deal with the lows by blocking low from neutral stance after going into neutral stance after snake 4, you would have to make an additional mental decision. So basically it's for the easiness that I want it to be plus 3.
So,
but there are of course other solutions, like for example being able to low parry in snake would be an option too.
Definitely not doing more damage.
Yeah.
Not more damage for snake 4. That's not the solution.
Did anyone suggest snake 4 doing 50 damage?
Yeah, snake 4 instant kill.
A large punishable on hit as well.
You know, I personally, I mean, we are dreaming now, okay? It's like we are dreaming. We shouldn't be worried about Namco putting too much effort in the character. Okay. Anyways.
Let me hear your dreams then.
Okay. I think it should look like down 4, honestly. In down 4, it's 0 on hit if you don't go into stance, and it becomes -1 on hit if you go into stance. And I think the same should happen with snake form. Just be -2 on hit, I don't fucking care. But make it, I don't know, -1 or 0 if you leave the stance afterwards. Like, give us some frames if we don't go to snake again. This is all I want.
That would certainly deal with the problem.
Yeah. So, just do it like down 4, and I'll be happy. So, yeah, I totally agree. Snake 4 definitely needs to change, especially if you take a look at Lei's punishment. I mean, this is the only thing you go to Snake 4 after hitting with 1-1 forward.
Exactly.
So, my solution for now is to hit Snake 4 at tip range, but that's definitely not good. I mean, if you hit it at tip range...
It's not good enough.
Yeah, if you hit it at tip range, it has enough pushback so people are not always able to punish it with a down 4. If they have a regular
I guess it would depend on the limb of the opponent's character.
Yeah. It's situational.
Yeah, it's situational,
Okay, yeah, Snake 4, obviously. What else, Seik? What else do you got on the list?
Okay, so actually I've been dreaming a little about Snake.
Yeah.
Because I love Snake.
Yeah, and
I think it's like a signature stance which doesn't get used much, and I want Lei to be better at close range, because like Lei has this huge issue with ranged gameplay.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. I think that's a decent way to balance Lei, but I also want him to be more oppressive when he's up close.
Especially with stances.
Yeah. And that's also a reason why I want the Snake 4 to be +3. And you know what I also want? I want the Snake counter hit 1-1-1 string to give you a knockdown, a confirmable knockdown.
Wow, okay, that's new to me. That's surprising.
Yeah. And which means that the Snake would be a very oppressive for not the biggest of damage, but for but reasonably low committal, decent rewardish kind of stance.
Yeah, I mean Snake won this string. I mean, I don't actually use that in neutral game at all. I use that at very situational moments. If I'm just trolling with the string, honestly. If the opponent has 1 HP left, I'm doing the Snake 1 string from miles away, hoping for someone to run into it, and it works like 90% of the time. But give it a real purpose.
Wouldn't it be cool if it actually had a good purpose and helped Lei out?
Yeah, it would be cool. But what about Snake 1+2? What about that? I think that's more important.
I think Snake 1+2 is a cool move, and I haven't really tested the evasive properties of Snake 1+2 properly, but it does go under jab quite consistently, does it?
That's a really good question. I don't utilize Snake 1+2.
I think it's like Wait, did you say snake 1+2 or dragon 1+2?
Snake 1+2.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that has some invasive properties. So, like, I think that it could be safe, but I did discuss that with a couple of people, and I said that it was totally unfair because it goes under jabs, which I can understand. But I don't think it would go under like Kasumi's jab and stuff, but maybe like Lei's jabs.
What about maybe counter launcher Seik? What about counter launcher maybe?
From Snake?
Snake 1+2. Yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah.
How would you like that?
Do you remember? Do you remember Snake 2 did the counter hit the stun?
Yeah, definitely. That was good.
That was cool.
Yeah,
maybe
that was
they could
cool.
Reintroduce something like that.
Yeah, it would be cool since Snake is one of those stances, maybe one of the only stance which has an actually frame trap. So a Snake 2 counter launch, I mean, that would be awesome. But a little bit strong, to be honest. A little bit strong.
Yeah, because so that's why I was thinking about making the Snake 1-1-1 string better, which would be a counter hit tool. So it would have a proper counter hit tool while in Snake. But it wouldn't be a launch. Ideally it would give a knockdown.
Yeah.
So that's like low reward, but also lower risk.
So, what do you think about this combo, about Snake 3, about the Snake 3 combo? Do you think this needs a change?
I think, I think it's unintentional.
It's unintentional.
I think so. I think Sukin discovered that combo, and everyone was like, "What the hell?" And I think it was just Sukin having excellent execution and having so much lane knowledge that he wanted to test it out, and it worked as a surprise, I think.
Yeah, it's really stupid how to tune, and a lot of people ask me how to do the Snake 3 combo, and I felt like, I didn't even consider that being an accident. I didn't even consider that. I was thinking, it's a combo, it must be intended.
Yeah, right.
That's a cool opinion, I think. So, if it's an accident, okay, I'm fine with it, if you look at it that way.
Yeah, I think it is an accident.
Okay. So the intended combo should be like this with FCD 4 piano input 3, You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think I know what you mean. Which is the short one, the easy combo. Yeah.
I think this is the intended version. But this is just speculation.
Yeah, it's just speculation.
Yeah. Out of Revenge, welcome to the chat. He's now mentioning the Snake 2 hitbox. The second punch, infamously known for its terrible hitbox.
That's my next point here.
Okay.
2-string increase hitbox.
Yeah, definitely.
So that would be great, since it hit whiffs and just block whiffs and everything.
Also, one thing. What do you think about Snake 2-2 on hit having so much pushback?
Yeah, I think it could have. I think it should have less pushback, and it's weird because it has no pushback on block.
Yeah, right. It has like no pushback on block, but suddenly on hit, you would expect a frame trap on hit. If you hit something, you get rewarded. But with Lei in Dragon, he already has very bad range in Dragon. And for some reason, the pushback from Snake 2-2 on hit into Dragon is huge. For some reason, nobody knows why. Yeah.
I don't think no one knows. I don't think Namco knows either.
Yo, Seik, let's just keep it with stances for this point. We can continue with Panther if you want. What do you think about Panther? Does it need a change? Panther 4?
I think Panther is very good.
It's definitely very good.
So there's always the hitbox issues with the Panther 1-2, but overall I think it's fine at the moment, and it's also quite hard to wall split with the Panther 1-2, but I guess that's just how it is.
Oh, you mean it's hard to wall split with this move with Panther Scratch?
With Panther Scratch, I think it's a little bit hard to wall split with it.
You can wall split from pretty far away, as far as I know. I think it's pretty. You have to be.
I guess it's harder up close.
Yeah, it's harder up close, definitely. Yeah, that's true. It's easier to do with things like Grave Spinner if you have a Hell Sweep.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to see on a Panther is obviously Panther 4. If they don't change Panther 4, you can also delete it if you want to, you know?
Yeah, it's like that.
I mean, it
But
has no reason.
overall, yeah, I agree with that. But it's like they don't have to delete it for my part, but I'm not going to use it anyways.
Okay. You know, I have the same opinion. I don't want to use this move. But
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
Lei's Rage Drive. Lei's Rage Drive is
From
1 plus
Panther?
4. To Panther, that's 1 plus 4. Sometimes I
Yeah.
fuck up the input and Panther 4 comes out. So I actually have a reason. I don't want to see this move anymore. I don't want to have this move.
I understand. So it bothers you.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to make sure that I'm not getting Panther 4 if I want the Rage Drive.
Yeah, I understand.
That happens.
I actually have the 1 plus 4 button binded, so I just press that when I use the Rage Drive.
Yeah, me too now, but I used to not have it binded, and I used to use 1 plus 4 inputs with just pressing both buttons at the same time. And if you press both buttons at the same time, you might fuck it up. That happens.
Yeah,
sometimes.
if you don't bind buttons, that's gonna happen from time to time.
But I guess that's up to you, right?
Yeah, most people have, like, at least if you have 8 buttons on your controller, which most have, and even more if you use a pad, then you can bind the 1 plus 4. And I really suggest binding 1 plus 4 as a Lei player.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 plus 3 as well.
And also 2 plus 3.
Yeah.
2 plus 3 as well. I also have that one.
Mm.
So, yeah. So then you won't have any execution errors with the race drives. Actually, it would be interesting to see if I could land the Panther 4 from time to time. Have you tried to go for it?
I tried to go for it, but the only possible situation for Panther 4, I mean, it's really stupid, but to me it's 1 plus 2 forward. I mean, it worked for me a couple of times. 1 plus 2 forward, and then Panther 4. I know it's everything else than good, but it works sometimes. I know it's bad.
Yeah. It's the occasional cheeky Lei thing.
Yeah, it's the super obnoxious, surprising Lei thing.
There's the surprise factor, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the Lei player Getting Food have used it for making Geese players stop using the mid parry.
What? Why?
Yeah.
He can just use Panther 1.
Yeah, you can. I don't really know why, but I remember him saying it. So I guess, like,
interesting.
Maybe more crazy Lei players than us have some special strats we don't know about yet.
Definitely, I'm sure about that.
Yeah.
This is why I always suggest Lei players to be open-minded, listen to other people, and don't be stubborn.
Yeah.
Is that it about Panther? Anything else? Maybe the Rage Drive?
No, I think Panther is an extraordinary stance, to be honest. And in Rage, it's just monstrous.
Yeah, I mean, in Rage, it's really good, guys. It's really good. I mean, this is a 12 frames unseeable low launcher for 1 million damage. The only thing about, I mean, it's still hard to do the combo, right? But again, that's up to you.
Yeah, it's always hard to do the combo, but you know, that separates bad Lei players from good Lei players.
Okay. Yeah, so...
No, but you can always go for the easy forward 3 pickup. That's always accessible. If you want the dash forward 3, you can do it and you have to practice it, but it's the easy mode forward 3 is very doable in my opinion.
Oh, you can also do a dash down forward 1 if you really suck at execution things.
Oh, right.
But that just dropped and I don't know, man. Yeah, forward 3 always works. If you want an easy combo, you can do that.
Yeah.
So what about Dragon Seik?
Yeah, so I mean, Dragon is somewhat flawed. I think Dragon is good, but also flawed because it's so vulnerable to down force.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And I heard was it Harmonica, which suggested that the Dragon 4 should be a mid, so it would stop the high crush downforce.
A mid Dragon 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge, man. Seik, that's
Yeah, it's
huge.
kind of huge. That's kind of huge, but it wouldn't be. It's not a launcher, so it could be a possibility.
Yeah, Seik, it's not a launcher, but you get 62 or something guaranteed damage in the open, and you all know what happens at the wall. I mean, imagine if Dragon 4 was in mid, so there's no way to escape the frame trap, and you eat all that shit all the time.
Yeah, you can hear the coffin dance song start.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
No, maybe it's too strong. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, this is too much.
But I don't really know how to fix. Maybe they should just have that weakness for Dragon. I feel like I still get to use Dragon a lot, anyways. One option they maybe could do is to like make Dragon forward 1+2 really fast.
Oh yeah.
Because I never use, or me personally, I never use Dragon forward 1+2 because even though Dragon 2 does less damage, it's plus on block and counter hits for a launch. So I think it's better in every aspect besides damage. Like natural hit damage.
I get your point, Seik, but there is actually one situation I would prefer forward 1+2 at the wall. I think at the wall, I mean, you have a good reason to do Dragon 2 as well. Let's not say it's totally useless to do Dragon 2 here. But if you expect someone to block,
yeah.
I mean, you still have to frame trap. It's +4 if you don't go to Tiger. But if you expect someone to block the move out of Dragon, and you want to keep on going with Tiger, if you try to think one step ahead, you get a very good situation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with the Tiger transition can be quite good. I agree.
Yeah, and if you transition to Tiger from forward 1+2 at the wall, and you get a hit, this is important. If you get a hit with Dragon 2, you can see that you're very close to the opponent, and there is not much you can do. But if you get a hit with forward 1+2, you might be able to get a resplat.
Yeah.
I think you're further away from the opponent with forward 1+2. But
I think you're right.
Yeah, at the wall. I think at the wall, forward 1+2 is pretty useful. But I agree with Seik.
Yeah.
I think that Dragon forward 1+2 is way too bad because of its range, I think. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it also has bad range. That's true.
Weird hitbox issues.
So that would I mean, you could buff Lei's Dragon forward 1+2 just to buff that move, but what bothers me the most for Dragon Stance is that it's so vulnerable to the downforce.
Yeah, definitely.
Overall.
Yeah, if you ever played against an opponent who is sharp enough to separate Dragon from other stances and who's using down 4 against Dragon, you know how helpless Lei is with Dragon against someone who's using that. It's completely countered by down 4. Completely.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No, it's hard.
And I agree with Snake, I don't find a solution for that either. I get the point with making this a mid, but I think that will be too much overall. There must be another solution, but I don't know what, honestly. Totally agree with Seik. I don't know either.
Yeah. No, it's hard, but overall I feel like I get to use Dragon quite a bit, so it doesn't worry me that much anyways. And for some situations you of course have a frame trap in Dragon, like after Snake 2-2 forward.
After Snake 2-2 forward.
On hit +7.
Yeah, but here we have the situation again.
Then it's the pushback situation.
Yeah, the pushback situation. This ruins everything, in the open at least. In the open, you don't get the frame trap is useless because of the pushback.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Well, talking about stances, I have a suggestion for Tiger.
For Tiger? Yeah, let's see.
But it's not this. Yeah, but it's not for the stance. Because Tiger, I think, also is a very complete stance.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know how a down forward 1+2 forward never is a mix-up.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's you can interrupt it
Yeah.
on hit and on block.
Yeah, and so what I was thinking, they could make the raw down forward 1+2 a little better. So you could mix up down forward 1+2 with down forward 1+2 forward a bit.
Oh,
Because
so
then it would add another layer of mind game to the transition.
Oh, so you suggest from better frames on hit with downfall 1+2 without going to Tiger?
Yes, exactly. So my suggestion is that it's -4 on block and +3 on hit.
+3 on hit. So just like with this transition, same frames. So on hit, downfall 1+2 into Tiger, +3. And the same without going to Tiger.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
That's
-4 on hit. No, on block, so you could actually move after it gets blocked.
Okay.
Because at the moment it's -7, so you're left in a mix-up.
Yeah, so about downfall 1+2, I have to say I didn't really worry about this move. It's interesting to hear your opinion about it, but yeah.
At least some of my opponents are very used to that move, so they will always interrupt me, and so it's very hard for me to do much. Like, of course, there is the down forward 1+2 on tip range into backdash and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's a little character dependent, and I remember last time I was playing Q, then Lace while standing 4 has very good range, so I couldn't do any backdash setup.
Oh, so this is always a very weird situation. I mean, the thing is, if you expect someone to interrupt in a certain way, let's say Seik was now mentioning Lace while standing 4. I mean, obviously, Lace down while standing 4, it has pushback, but there are some other moves, like for example when I fight against a Paul player who's using maybe while standing 3. While standing 3 from Paul is a 13 frames fast knee attack. So you can't even parry that with the Tiger forward movement.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my way to deal with that was to just throw out down forward 1+2 because I was expecting the while standing 3 from the Paul player, and then because I knew it was minus on block, I was just blocking it. I let it go on block and took my frame advantage afterwards. Because I was expecting it so hard.
I agree that that's a strat too, but basically the end of that mind game is that you always have to do that, or like most of the time anyways. So
too complex.
That bothers me at least.
Yeah, it's just too hard to get things going if somebody's ready. Tiger, interesting. But I'm sorry to get back to Dragon, but what do you think about Dragon's tracking properties? Oat was just mentioning making a Dragon a forward 1+2 a homing move maybe. I think I read that right. I was thinking about making the bitch slaps, the Dragon 1+2. I think that should be at least a homing.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a move that which could be homing, I agree, so maybe. But you know, he has the Dragon 3, which has incredible tracking. It's like similar to the Leroy. He has like back 4 or something in Hermit stance. I don't remember exactly the input, but he has a low homing move.
Yeah.
So Dragon 3 is basically the same move in my opinion, but it doesn't counter it long.
Yeah, I think Dragon 3 is really good. It's a really good move now. They buffed. Seik, are you watching the stream right now?
Well. No, sorry, I am not, because my bad connection. I don't dare watch the stream.
Ah, okay. So the thing I'm showing on the stream right now, they made a change to Dragon 3. They improved the frames, so it's now -13 on block. And what happens now with Dragon 3 for some reason is that it has pushback on block and some characters can't punish that move. Did you know that, Seik?
Yeah.
Lei, for example, has a lot of trouble punishing Dragon 3. At least with Y standing 3.
Yeah, it's always been like that, I think.
Even
I remember I remember at least when Dragon 3 was minus 15, I was checking if people could punish it, and I remember Kazumi could not punish it at least.
Oh, really?
Because of the pushback.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I just experienced that I had more trouble punishing Dragon 3 for some reason when it got buffed. I don't know if it has to do with.
Yeah, because I think it's been like that for a long time.
Okay, yeah. So whatever. Yeah, let's just keep on going with stances. So maybe Crane. Any ideas?
Yeah. I mean, Crane is like a niche stance.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it works well for its purpose, I think. And I don't really think that Lei needs more stances in neutral. And I think it's cool that it has like a special stance made for wall situations.
Yeah, wall
like,
Oki.
Crane has. Yeah, and Crane makes Lei have like one of the best wall Okis in. It's like a very strong wall Oki because of that. So
yeah,
I think Snake is fine. No, I'm sorry. I think Crane is fine as it is. Of course, it's useless, almost useless in the open.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it would have to. If anything was to change in Crane, I think it would have to be the Rage drive, of course, because that's trash.
The Rage drive. Man, the Crane Rage drive. Whenever you hit it and you're not ready for the combo because you never did it before. Awesome, right?
It's so bad.
But Seik was talking about the Oki situation at the wall earlier. I don't want to get into too much detail, but I just want to say that, yeah, Lei gets very good wall Oki, one of the best in the game. But the other side is that Lei has terrible wall carry options. So keep that in mind if you're talking about wall Oki from Lei. That's the other side.
His wall carry, like, it isn't really bad. It's like mid tier, I think. Yeah. So he has like regular wall carry, I think.
Let's not just talk about the distance, how far Lei gets someone to the wall. Let's also talk about the fact that Lei has trouble doing the proper wall combo when he gets a far wall carry. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he can't do the proper wall combo. That's true.
Yeah, if Lei gets a really, if he gets a long combo from, if he's far away from the wall and he does a long wall carry, he has really a lot of trouble doing the right combo because you need a dash forward free. That's really hard to do, a dash forward free, if you don't have enough time for that. So this is also one thing I want to see in Season 4. Lei having better combo tools. Especially talking about back turn 4-1 and forward 3-4.
You know, I was talking with Auto Revenge a couple of months ago about this, and we were also at the same time we were talking about the Crane Rage drive, and one suggestion was that remove the current Crane Rage drive and replace it with, you know how the current Crane 1+2 looks?
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, and what would be cool was to make that move into a race drive and make it a blue screw, so it would be a combo extender.
A combo extender from Crane?
Because then because then you could do like down forward 2 into up forward 3 into Crane 1+2 and get the blue screw into some carry options afterwards with a regular screw.
Yo, that's crazy. That's really crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some kind of weird.
It was just an idea.
Yeah, that's a lot of dreaming right now.
Yeah, but it was an idea, and it would make him have extra wall carry in Rage anyways.
Yeah. His wall carry in Rage, it could be a little bit better maybe. A lot of characters get a lot of wall carrying rage, like another screw maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Lei could use something like that.
But yeah, it was just an idea anyways, you know. The thing with Lei is that he has so many ways you could buff him.
Yeah.
With depending on what you like you could change different things. Like if you like to play a combo heavy Lei, maybe you would like to buff his combo game.
Yeah. So, what's really high on your list then? We are talking about so many things. I mean, there's so much to talk about when it comes to buffing Lei. There's so much coming to my mind. But what's really high on your list? We talked about stances, but what do you really wish for Lei Seik?
Okay, so what I really want to.
Yeah.
My
what's your deepest
dream
wish?
is
your wettest dream?
It's the Wolf Rush being unparryable.
Oh, okay.
So, or at least I want them to remove the parry gap from the second hit into the third hit. So, because I understand that they need to have a parry gap there, so they can't just go mindless with a string. But I want to be able to go for the forward neutral 4-1 and fish for counter hit confirms without being afraid of getting parried.
Yeah, so I'm trying to show it right now.
I want the forward neutral 1-4. I would make it unparryable, and that would be great, I think.
Seik, I'm showing it right now that you're talking about it. I picked Geese, and you know, guys, whenever you use Wolf Rush against Geese, and Geese has maybe 1 or 2 bars, he can kill you for using that move. He can just mid-parry the second punch, and he gets a lot of damage there, potentially. Yeah, so I didn't... this is unexpected, Seik. I gotta say, it's kind of unexpected because this is such a specialist thing. Parrying the second hit, only specialists do this. You know?
Oh yeah. You know, the issue is that like I'm a very community guy, so I play with my same opponents a lot, and they start to learn, you know. So when I've been playing my Feng buddy, like for several months, like he parries that string so much, and Feng gets a full combo if he parries it.
Yeah, of course. I know about that. I know about that.
So for me, it's I would like to use that move more.
Without fear.
I have 2 other changes. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, without fear. You want to use Wolf Rush without fear.
Yeah, without fear, exactly.
Okay.
Without fear, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, what else? What else?
Back 4, you know back 4?
I know back 4,
I would like
the
it to
useless
be,
storm.
I would like it to be like around 20 frames or 21 frames starting.
Oh, so now it's 23 and you want it to be faster.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's all? So no more frames, no counter launcher?
Yeah, I have one more, and that's forward neutral 3. Tailspin launcher on counter it.
Oh, that move. Man. I wish it was more useful.
Yeah.
I've seen
So
it
I kind of like that move. I know
Yeah,
many
so
Lei
on
players
TV.
doesn't like it, but I like it, and so I would like it to see have more utility.
Hey, let me just thank Just Metagaming. Thanks for the big host. We're now discussing Lei changes. Guys, welcome to the discussion.
Yes.
Seik is joining me right now. A famous Lei player from Norway. Very knowledgeable. Yeah, we're talking about what can we expect from Lei in Season 4. And yeah, Seik is now presenting his deepest
Dreams.
wishes, his darkest fantasies.
Yeah, I really am. So, and I want to add up forward 1 hitbox increase, because you know how forward 3 combo doesn't work on small characters.
Yeah.
So I would like it to be consistent, because like a basic combo is 9 hits, and unless you do the forward neutral 2 input, you end up with 8 hits after the forward 3 on small bodies. So I would like them to make a forward 1 consistent.
Back turn 4-1. Are you talking about the screw attack?
You know, I was thinking about the combo 4-4-3 back into up forward 4
Oh,
into
yeah.
up forward 1.
Up forward. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it. He's talking about that. Okay. So he wants it to be consistent, not only against male hitboxes. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. And that's my list.
That's your whole list. Not anything for like maybe down 2. I don't see late players using down 2 a lot.
Yeah, I agree that down 2, if they either gave it range increase or faster startup, or maybe both, that would be great. But I try to limit my wish list for like the most important things.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. He keeps it very humble, a very humble wish list. Not a lot of crazy stuff in it.
A humble dream.
Yeah, let this man dream.
Yeah.
I'm right now checking the moves list. So maybe we could check if we forgot something. And now, right now I'm seeing down forward 3. I know that a lot of late players complain about the taunt afterwards. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should it stay? Should it go? Do you like the mental damage afterwards? Seik? Oh, I think he's gone. I think we just lost Seik. Yeah, he's not in the voice chat anymore. So, guys, I saw Sukin talking about it. Sukin always is complaining about down forward 3, that it has this stupid taunt afterwards. So, yeah, you get a knockdown, it's one of Lei's most important moves in neutral.
Sorry.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry.
Seik, I'm right now talking a little bit about down forward 3. So, Lei has this taunt, and it fucks up a lot of things, actually. It fucks up a lot of things, especially if you're at the wall.
One thing which is certain is that it's certain that if they remove the taunt, then down forward 3 will become a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. For the wall splat, it's one thing. It's really hard to do, especially if it's a side wall splat. You're gonna have trouble to do a combo afterwards. It's not gonna connect.
Yeah, and especially on small characters.
Yeah, especially on small characters. And the other thing is, I think the hitbox is too high. I think the hitbox from down forward 3 should be a little bit lower, so it doesn't get evaded that often.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think, however, that down forward 3 is a very strong move already.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely useful. Very good move. So let's see. Oh! It's like down 4-4. It's minus 15 on block. What do you think? Should it stay? Should it go?
So Frog, the Italian late player, we talked about this, and he said he wants it to be minus 12.
He wants it to be minus 12?
Or minus 13.
Ooh,
but
that's huge.
Because he doesn't want to be launched for it, and I kind of agree. And to be like really frank, I'd let it be minus 10, you know?
What? Minus 10?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. He's getting really evil now.
Yeah, no,
man,
I don't consider this very important.
I thought you was a humble person, but now I think you might have some issues.
Yeah, but you asked the question to bring out my nasty side.
Oh man, Seik.
Yeah, no,
I like your attitude.
But
always think big. Think big, dream bigger.
Yeah, no, down 4-4. It should get a rework. I agree, and maybe make it like minus 13 or something. That would be good in my book.
Yeah. So characters like Gigas can't consistently launch it with a launch.
Yeah, that's an issue because I can't agree on any at any point that it should be launch punishable. I think that's just way too much.
Yeah.
Like to compare, like Feng has his down 4, 1+2.
Yeah.
It is slower. I agree with that. So the down Feng's move is slower, but it's actually minus 10 for more reward on counter it. So
Okay. So let's just keep it like that. The risk reward from down 4/4 is not fair.
yeah, I agreed.
Down. I think this is going to be a running gag now. So down 4/4 minus 10. Okay, let's go. I like that. Okay, Seik.
Yeah.
Seik, this is important. Shitting snake stance.
Yeah, the shitting snake stance. Yeah.
Yeah. So what should happen? I think it needs something, you know. There has to happen something. I mean, who's using that move? Down back 1, sitting snake.
I want to forget about it because I hate it. I think it's so badly designed, and like making it work would take so much effort.
Okay, get rid of it.
So
You think it should be go?
now they could just let it stay, but it would be cool if they made it work. But I don't really care for it as long as it's like that. I don't care for it as long as it is now. And I think if they should make it work, it would be a lot of. I think they would have to do a lot of adjustments.
Okay. I really find it funny how Oat in the chat is. He wants to get rid of the stance. I don't want to even look at it. Oh, hey, Frog is writing something. What if? Unparryable. Oh, that's a point maybe. So down back 1 being unparryable. But does that change anything? Like, you still are in a shitty situation afterwards, right?
Yeah.
If you're on hit and on block. It's just a good situation on counter maybe.
I did have one idea for down back 1 once, and I can tell it. So the idea was that on counter hit, then you can combo off from down back 1 into sitting snake stance 1. So that would be a combo on counter hit.
I like your. I like how Seik is dreaming. He has a lot of creativity here. So that's cool. So on counter hit, was it right on counter hit?
Exactly.
So on counter hit, you get this animation. You see it's different. So down back 1 on normal hit, it's +8, which doesn't even give you a mix-up. But on counter hit, you get a lot more frames. It's +12.
Yeah.
And Seik wants to see a guaranteed follow-up afterwards with snake with a shitting snake. What even is it? 1? Yeah, shitting
Yeah, I
snake
think it's
1.
1. So I think it would have to be like +20 or 21 or something. But it's not like he could abuse those frames for something else because he's locked in that stance. So it's not a threat that he could use it for more powerful moves.
Okay.
That would be his only option. And the low from shitting snake stance is of course seeable. It's over. It's like 24 frames.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's a shitting snake edge.
Okay. So shitting snake, it's an issue. So Frog was just explaining why he thinks that a down back 1, maybe it's a good idea to make it unparryable because he's thinking about down back 1 as a round ender. But
Right.
I don't know, man. I like the idea, but
So my impression is that they have like removed unparryable lows besides weapons. So
Yeah.
I think that's a system change for Tekken 7
Yeah,
that there
system
are no
change.
more unparryable lows besides weapons.
oh, Winter is Wolf now writing in the chat down 3 being useless. Down 3 lays long range low poke. I think it's
right.
really good.
It's alright. Maybe it could be like 0 on hit or something.
What? 0 on hit?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
currently -3 on hit.
Yeah, it is -3, but it has a lot of pushback, which is
Yeah,
clearly
it
unique.
It does. Yeah.
It is one of those moves you don't even want your turn afterwards. You just want to see your opponent's behavior. So I was
Yeah.
talking about Ernie Ball about that. He's also using Lei and using down 3 a lot, and he's always watching his opponent's behavior on hit if they dash forward, and if they dash forward, he catches them with a down 4-2, for example. This is how to use like pushback moves like this. This is, I think, a
At
very
least
good way.
at least I think they either have to make it up for that the move is minus 14 on block, or just make it less punishable on block, like minus 13 or something.
Oh yeah, it's hella punishable on block. It's minus 14 right now. That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in one or another way, they have to either make up for it or make it more safe.
Seik, what do you think about back 1+2?
Back 1+2, yeah. Sadly unusable, because it's one of the coolest moves Lei has.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
It's really. So I would love to use it more.
Yeah.
But you have back 2, so why
Yeah.
would you go for back 1+2?
Yeah, maybe because I mean,
Proper
it
high
is
crush.
stupid,
There's-
but yeah, back 1+2, it's a proper high crush, and you can use that
Yeah.
against things like electrics. But still, it's I mean,
Because for proper high crush, I usually go for forward 4 actually.
forward 4. Oh, so forward 4 goes under electrics.
Yes.
Yeah?
It high crushes properly.
Really?
Proper high crush.
Man, that's new. I didn't expect that.
So
shit.
it's kind of it's kind of short frame. It doesn't crush for a long time, but it certainly does. The issue is that it's so slow that if you go under jabs with forward 4,
Yeah.
then it will register as a punish and not as a
Yeah.
counter it.
Sometimes
because
that
it's so slow.
happens, yeah. I know that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe, just maybe, let's just dream a little. Back
Yeah.
1+2 being a counter launcher. What do you think?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, it would be great. Right now it has this animation on counter it, but let this man dream, okay? So maybe.
The thing is still, like, even if they made that move a counter it has the same issue as forward 4. It will often register as a punish when you crush
Oh.
jabs.
Yeah, right.
So it's also very slow, so it wouldn't be busted as a counter launcher because usually it will land as a punisher.
Okay, so Seik, Oath of Revenge is now delivering the solution for that. Just make it a neutral hit launcher.
Oh my god.
You don't like that?
Oh, but well, I would. To be honest, I just wanted to knock down on regular hit
Oh,
and
knock
counter
down.
it. Just make it knock down and be done with it.
Okay,
In my opinion, anyways.
what else? You know what I think about? It's let's just talk a little bit about situational moves. I know you prefer the fundamental playstyle, but we gotta pay attention on some situational moves as well. For example,
Yeah.
You know that Lei really struggles with hitting people grounded, and I had a few
Yeah.
ideas about that. So right
Yeah.
now, your best friend for hitting people grounded. Let me just set the opponent up so he stays on the ground. Wait a second. So right now, your best friend is down 4, arguably. So this is your go-to grounded hitting tool, and it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking about my viewers about this. We were thinking about maybe. So first of all, maybe make sidestep 4 hit grounded. Give it this demon steel pedal animation, this knockover with sidestep 4.
You know, I actually said exactly that to a friend, but I was really joking when I said it because that would be so crazy good.
Okay, but we are talking
Like
about
having a-
things like downfall 4 being -10. So let us just go crazy. And
Yeah.
okay, this is one
Yeah,
thing.
I agree.
But another thing is, I'm right now having Falling Tree up here. Falling Tree. I think Falling Tree as
Yeah.
well as Tornado Kick. They are both very slow, tremendously slow and grounded hitting. I think if you hit someone with either Falling Tree or Tornado Kicks, it should be more easier to apply in a real game, or you should get more reward for hitting someone
Yeah.
grounded.
I agree.
If
I
you-
totally agree. It should be like a little bit faster and more plus on hit.
Yeah, Falling Tree is 0 on hit if you hit someone grounded. So you're even in a bad situation
that's
after
too
hitting
little.
someone.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too bad.
Isn't that? I think that's a bad situation for you if you hit someone grounded with falling tree, right? Is that a bad situation?
Yeah, and you're very limited in what you can do from when you are grounding yourself. So but it is, I think, like with Lei, he has bad range as well, and I think it's like a balance thing that since he has a hell sweep, then
Yeah.
he doesn't have the best ground hitting tools.
Okay, yeah. But you can't argue always like that. You can't always say that, okay, Lei, he's mix-up
I
heavy,
agree.
punishment, he doesn't deserve that.
With-
Okay, good wall Oki,
Yeah,
okay.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you kind of need balance, Lei. I mean, he needs some more strength. Don't be so humble. Seik.
You're totally right all times, and we actually need to buff Lei a little. So, for example, making him hit grounded a little easier would be an idea.
Okay. What else? Let me see. Oh, you know about up forward 3+4 still going over lows? So when somebody's in a certain grounded position and is doing a low get up kick, and you have a read on them doing the low get up kick, and you throw out up forward 3+4, sometimes it just goes over the opponent, you know? And they already tried to fix that, but they didn't manage to make it reliable still. I think up forward 3+4 still needs a lower hitbox.
Yeah. Personally, like what I would like the most, because I agree that it would be a way to go with Lei to make him hit harder on the grounded opponents. I would like to see tornado buffs.
Yeah. For example, just having access to a faster tornado kick, or maybe more aerial frames.
Faster and faster crush.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can
Because
agree with that. Yeah.
it's like tornadoes are like 35 frame startup, I think. It's very slow, and it doesn't low crush until like 20 frames or something.
Yeah, it low crushes really late. That's the problem, and it's not a long low crush window. So it's really, if you use it for low crushing, you can also use falling tree. You know, it has the same purpose almost.
Yeah.
Seik,
It does.
Seik, you know what I think, man? One of the easiest ways to buff Lei, and I think even Sukun agrees about that. I think somebody asked him once, or I don't know, man. Just buff Razor Rush. Just give Razor Rush more plus frames on hit, less minus on block.
Yeah.
That will do a lot.
That
right?
would be nice. It would do a lot.
Yeah.
I think, but it would be also like Razor Rush is also already a very obnoxious string.
Yeah. I know.
People hate Razor Rush.
Look, I gotta interrupt you right now. I mean, Razor Rush is obnoxious and it shouldn't get buffed because of that. Yeah, but you know that Hell Sweeps and Electrics got buffed in previous patches, so I don't mind seeing Razor Rush getting buffed, honestly. Tekken 7 is crazy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's hard to know which way to go, but if they were to buff like Razor Rush, I think we couldn't have much other buffs anyways.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Just buff Razor Rush and leave everything else untouched. It's a crazy thought, right?
Yeah.
It is a crazy thought.
At least I enjoy Razor Rush as it is now, so
Yeah.
I feel like I can use it a lot already.
Seik, you enjoy two things far too much. The first thing is Razor Rush, and the second thing, I think you already know it.
Yes?
I think you already know it.
Yeah, it's down forward too.
it's fucking down forward too.
I love my down forward too.
Yeah. Lei's down forward too is really, really good.
Yeah, it is. And without down forward 2, I think Lei would have a hard time.
Oh, Seik, we totally forgot to talk about Phoenix. I know Phoenix is very situational, but there's one thing I actually want to see, no matter what. I want to see
Yeah.
Phoenix 4 having more plus frames. Phoenix 4 should frame trap with Snake 2. I think it should be like maybe plus 5 on hit. A move like this only being plus 2 doesn't make sense.
My brain is stopping here. What is Phoenix 4 again?
Okay, Phoenix 4, you know the stance, right? With the power club.
Yeah.
So Phoenix 4 is the low that hits ground kind of.
Right, yeah. Phoenix 4, it's the low that goes into Snake. Yeah, it
right.
needs to be plus 3 at the very least, because that is also, it's also punishable on hit.
Oh, this, it's punishable on hit, yeah. If you have a regular down 4, I think. Yeah, I think it should be more plus.
It's same issue as Snake 4. It needs to be at least plus 3, or you need some added option to deal with lows.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe so that you're not forced to stay in Snake. Same with Snake form. So you have the opportunity to maybe go to neutral after hitting Phoenix form. Welcome back, Just Meta Gaming. Welcome back. Yeah, what else, man? There's still...
And so, let me say a couple of things on Phoenix. So, in one way, I really hope that they don't buff Phoenix, because I really want them to buff other things. Because Phoenix is so situational from the get-go. But if they were to make Phoenix works, then they have to make tornadoes crush faster. Because Phoenix also has the tornado kicks. They would have to make the tornadoes crush faster, and they would have to fix the Phoenix 4. And I also would like them to fix the hopping crane kicks. So they made it's the Phoenix back 3, so that they made it like 0 on block.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's currently minus 7.
You're talking about Phoenix back 3, the counter launcher.
Yeah, it's the counter hit launcher.
Yeah, okay. I get it. Phoenix. Oh, Seik, you don't know that Phoenix is an amazing round ender? I'm just trolling, I'm talking about Phoenix 1 down 2.
Yeah, I remember when he had that in neutral, back 1 down 2 or something like that.
Back what? Down 2?
Yeah, in the previous games he had the Phoenix 1 in neutral.
Wow.
It was back 1.
That's crazy.
And you could do it, which is currently Phoenix 1 till down 2. You could do back 1 down 2 in neutral.
Wow, that's crazy. But
it had the slight
previous Tekken games, was it in Tekken 6?
They had it in Tekken Tag 2, if I remember correctly.
Really? Wow.
But it was quite bad. It always was quite bad.
Mm-hmm. So there's I think there's I think there's only one more point I want to talk about, because this is one point I didn't really come to that by myself. I was talking about Pepper Beef about that, and he said to me he wants to see stances, being able to cancel stances faster and make stances flow quicker, you know what I mean? I think that's a very good point.
Yeah.
So you're able to go to stance and block lows earlier.
Yeah. It would really help with the general problem with lows. I agree with that.
So that's also one point. Maybe make stances flow better.
I think like going in between stances like Lei currently can is like kind of confusing for the opponent. So it would be even more confusing, I think.
That sounds good,
if you
right?
can do it faster.
Sounds good. Confusing for the opponents means good for Lei.
Yeah, of course.
So we need that.
It would be to push Lei in a certain direction, and I can see that it would be interesting to do that.
So, Seik, do you think that's it? That's all we should talk about? Are you satisfied?
Yeah, yeah. Like I did my dreams. They haven't come true yet, but
Yeah.
at least I got to share them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait a second.
Maybe like
Wait a second. Oat mentioned one thing at the beginning of this podcast. Magic for 11 frames.
yeah, right. That would be very good. I'd like one as well. I would like it. I would.
Okay, but that's it. That's it now.
Yeah, but then I'd like to add, like my suggestion for the Snake 111 string is a kind of replacement for like a good Magic 4.
That's interesting. No, that's interesting because that's. I mean, obviously that's coming from a stance.
Yeah. So because for the at least to use the Magic 4 as a part of your pressure with Lei, then you can try to transition into Snake with the down 4 and try to score counters from Snake instead.
But that's a whole different purpose. I gotta say, Seik, that's a kind of controversial right now because a Magic 4 obviously is not locked into a stance, but Snake 1 is. So that's really a whole different thing. But I get your point.
Of course, like Oates, the suggestion from Oat is of course much stronger. But it's also more like generic and not like Lei thing, which is I like doing Lei things.
Okay, cool. So thank you very much, Seik. Thank you so much, man, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little podcast, and yeah, maybe we can see something coming for Lei in season 4, like this.
Yeah. Let's just cross our fingers and hope for some solid Lei changes come September.
Alright, man. Thank you so much, man.
Goodbye, all times, and let's talk again later.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you. See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye. Alright. Cool stuff.